So, starting with this week's vocab, Tongo. The first word is Nihon. Nihon means Japan. Nihongo. Nihongo. Nihongo means Japanese. Ego. Ego. Ego means English. Okane. Okane. Okane means money. Keitai denwa. Keitai denwa. Keitai denwa means cellular phone. Kare. Kare. Kare means him. Kanojo. Kanojo. Kanojo means she. Watashi tachi. Watashi tachi. Watashi tachi means we or us. Hon. Hon. Hon means book. Gohan. Gohan. Gohan means meal, and it also refers to rice. Tabemono. Tabemono. Tabemono means food. Kaban. Kaban. Kaban means bag. Nan. Na means what. Dare. Dare means who. Doko. Doko. Doko means where. Dochira. Dochira means which. Itsu. Itsu. Itsu means when. Doshite. Doshite. Doshite means why. Naze. Naze also means why. Now the difference between doshite and naze. Doshite is a bit politer. Naze kind of seems more sharp. It's a little sharper. Okay, well, let's head into the grammar lesson this week. First, we will go over the particle no. Then we'll go over a thing I call the des table. Then we're going to go over the particle ka. We're going to head right into the particle no. Here we have an example of using the particle no in a sentence. The first example is Watashi no okane desu. So we have watashi, which means I. Of course, we learned last week. And we have des, which means it is. So we got okane, which is a new word we learned this week, which means money. Now the no is going to signify, when you have no between two nouns, it's going to signify possession. So what I'm saying in this sentence is, it is my money. Watashi no okane means my money. For the next example, we have anata no hon desu. Anata no hon desu. It is your book. It is your book. Anata no hon means your book. Your book. Next example, we'll have Kare no keitai denwa desu. It is his cellular phone. It is his cell phone. Kare no keitai denwa. His cell phone. Now the no, like we talked before, is a particle, so it goes in between the two nouns. Kare no keitai denwa desu. Kare no keitai denwa desu. So that's how we'll use the particle no in a Japanese sentence. It's pretty simple. No is a basic particle that you'll learn in its basic Japanese. Again, no is possession. Okay, so now we're going to head into the des table. I use a thing called the des table, and it's an easy way to look at how you can conjugate des in the past, present, and positive and negative forms. And we can easily look at this table right now and see how to say different conjugations of des. Now remember, des is a verb, so it can be conjugated to mean, of course, positive, negative, or present, or past. Now, last week we learned about des, which is the present positive form. So des means it is. Okay, on the left side we have Nihongo, that's Japanese, and on the right side we have Eigo, that's what it means in English. Okay, so if you want to say it is not, or are not, you would say de wa arimasen. De wa arimasen. For example, あなたは子供ではありません. You are not a child. You are not a child. So ではありません means it is not or are not. And it's the negative form of des. Now let's go to でした. でした is the past positive form of des. So it means was. For example, 私の本でした. 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 Okay, so hon is book, as we learned before, and deshita means was. So what I'm saying in the sentence is, deshita is the past tense of des. So it's was. 私の本でした. 私の本でした. Now, for the final one, a past negative form of des is ではありませんでした. ではありませんでした. Now you kind of combine those to the past and the negative form together, so you get ではありませんでした. For example, 私たちのカバンではありませんでした. 私たちのカバンではありませんでした. Now that's going to mean it was not our bag. It was not our bag. ではありませんでした means was not. So it was not. It was not our bag. Alright, well that's the des table for you. Now we're going to head into the particle ka. Ka signifies question in a sentence. So it's very simple. You put ka at the end of the sentence and it's like a question mark that adds to the sentence. For example, 誰の本ですか? 誰の本ですか? 誰 is who. Now we're using dare with no to show possession to the book, and then we follow it with desu ka, and ka signifying question. So whose book is it? Whose book is it? Now in the vocab I taught you nan, which means what, dare means who, doko means where, dochira means which, itsu means when, and doshite means why. And naze is also a form of it. I would suggest not using naze, but you might hear it from other people. So it's good to know. Okay, so those are all words that you can use easily to form a question. Now to form a question, just use the word and then add desu ka at the end. For example, nan desu ka? Dare desu ka? Doko desu ka? Dochira desu ka? Itsu desu ka? Now I just ask a simple what, who, where, which, when, and of course doshite desu ka? Why? So ka is asking a question. Now with all the grammar that we've learned today, we can make a little example for you. It's going to be a little conversation. Let's say someone is talking on their keitai denwa, which is their cell phone. They're talking on their cell phone, then they get off and the roommate's like, Dare deshita ka? Who is that? And then he responds, oh, watashi no kanojo deshita. Now kanojo can mean girlfriend. Not only does it mean girl or she, it also can mean girlfriend. So he says, watashi no kanojo deshita. It was my girlfriend. Dochira no kanojo deshita ka? Dochira no kanojo deshita ka? Which girlfriend was it? So it's kind of a joke. Okay, so those are an example of the grammar lessons we've learned this week. Today we learned about particle no, which shows possession, the particle ka, which shows a question, and the des table, which is the conjugation of des. So for next lesson, lesson 3, I'm going to hopefully go into how to conjugate verbs and the mas table. I'll be explaining that next week. We're also going to go over the particle o, that is showing an object in a sentence. And we're going to get some more vocab and maybe possibly work on a third grammar.